Good morning to all of you guys that came out today to be with us. We're so proud to be here for the work that we're doing with the Continuum of Care, Central Mississippi, to count the homeless. This is our pit count today, our point in time. And we are expecting to get some numbers from all of our area service providers, the shelters. We're so glad that everybody came to be with us here today. Right now, we're going to ask that Mr. Lewis Armstrong comes up and just gives us a short, brief overview of what our Continuum of Care's purpose is. Mr. Lewis?
Good morning.
Good morning.
The Central Mississippi Continuum of Care is a group of organizations that provide homeless services to the homeless in the 5-county Central Mississippi metro area. The Continuum of Care also receives annually funding of $1.2 million from HUD to provide these services. The organizations that make up the Continuum of Care are required to come together to analyze the services they are providing and to determine if they are meeting the needs of the homeless in the service area. Recently, the Continuum of Care decided that there were services that were not as effective as they could be, so they were to change those service providers, and those service providers now provide homeless prevention, which is to prevent homelessness for families and for individuals. Now, we are continuing to evaluate what we do so that we can ensure that we are effective in addressing the homeless issue. In the first year the homeless continuum of count was done, the homeless count determined that there were 595 homeless individuals in our service area. Based on the services and analysis that we've been able to do, our last count illustrated that there were only 365 homeless individuals in our service area. So our goal is to reduce homelessness to zero in the years to come, and we will continue to work to ensure that homelessness is not a problem in the Central Mississippi area. Thank you. Let me also introduce to you the man behind the plan, the mayor of the city of Jackson, Mississippi, Tony Yarborough, who has come in and embraced our effort to address homelessness and continues to provide support for us to be able to address this problem. Mayor Yarborough.
Thank you. First of all, let me thank y'all so much for what you do. Robbie, I appreciate your hard work, and Mr. Armstrong, always a pleasure to work with you and alongside of you, and to be able to say that that the city still has a champion in you. So I know you're probably thinking about this may be your last year, last 2 years. Hold that thought. To all of the partners and the volunteers who are here who work with the Continuum, I don't need to tell you what you do. Let me just simply say this to you. I am more than excited about the direction that the Continuum is going in. To understand that we know that just to treat an ill is not enough, but how do we prevent folks from being homeless? How do we decrease numbers and make sure that these are folks who never have to see sleeping on a bridge or sleeping in a tent or sleeping in a park again? And so the work that you're doing is not only to be commended, but it's blessed work. When I was working in schools, Dr. Earl Watkins used to say that educating young people, it may not be popular, it may not be sexy, and it may not pay you a lot, but it is blessed work. And so whether we're talking about the volunteers, those of you all who have gone out and you've been counting and not getting any money from this, but the fact that your heart is connected to the work that you're doing, God bless you and we honor you. I think the work that you're doing speaks to exactly what this city is. We're the city with soul, right? Yes. Right. And to actually understand what that means, the scripture says that it's what you do unto the least of them. And the fact that you're connected to the work of people who may not always be considered in the upper echelon of the community, but the fact that you recognize that they still deserve a great quality of life and that you're in a lot of cases the only way that they get that. I just want to let you know that the city of Jackson appreciates you. As the mayor, I appreciate you, and we're going to continue to do what we can to ensure that not only the funds from HUD go to help to enhance the efforts, but that we dig and look for other ways to embellish the work that you're doing. So thank you again. God bless each and every one of you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for those words. Your words really inspired me and just turned my passion up even higher. Heather Ivory is going to come and talk about the pit count.
The point-in-time count, as Lewis said earlier, is done annually, and the purpose of it is kind of twofold. First of all, it does help HUD determine how much funding they'll send to a community, and helps in that process of them determining that. But also it gives us a picture of how well we're actually doing. Are we reducing homelessness? Are we providing the services that people need in order to not only get out of homelessness temporarily, but to not return to homelessness? So we do this count annually. It's a big undertaking. You see some of the volunteers behind me. We have about 75 volunteers in the Jackson area alone volunteering today for this count. We have well over 100 volunteers over our 5-county area. Hines, Madison, Rankin, Warren, and Copiah counties are all being counted today. And then when these numbers come back together and the information from these surveys come back together, we'll be able to look and see what we're doing well, what we need to improve on, and then how to do that. We'll get together as a continuum and make some determinations about that. So it's a big undertaking, but it's an exciting day. It's a good day for the work we do, and we appreciate all the volunteers and people that make it happen.
Thank you, Heather. And Heather touched on what we're going to do right now, is just mention some of the volunteer that's come out. We've had interns from the area colleges, Belhaven, Jackson State, UMMC. We have people coming in with large classes to help out with this count, and we appreciate everyone that's come out. So all of you, thank you so much for coming out. I appreciate your work. We appreciate what you're doing. It means a whole lot, and thank you so much.